been talking a lot about my rape lately. In like a roundabout way, like, oh yeah, I'm over it.
What comes up when you mention more about the rape?
Well, the world wants to take credit. Um, as I was telling someone about it, I was like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It happened so many years ago, and it's okay. I did the work and got over it, and like, it's all good. It's in the past. Like every time I think about that dynamic of how I became his girlfriend after, and I admired the shit out of him, and he broke my heart, took my virginity, and then his friends, like his best friend, suddenly was so available for me and like a shoulder to cry on, and then he tried to get with me, and it was just all so fucked up. And sometimes I think about like all the sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm.
That word sounded too big for me. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
When I say it, it sounds too big to describe what
Mm-hmm.
happened. Sometimes I'm thinking about just to write like a Facebook post and just expose all of it. The boss that tried to kiss me in the back, the boss that fucking rubbed himself on me in the whatever warehouse, the boss that was hitting on me. That wasn't like sexual abuse, but it was inappropriate. Um, three bosses. Like, what's wrong with me? Um, and yeah, I've been through so much shit, and as an adult right now, it doesn't phase me, and I don't, necessarily feel it, and I don't feel like I'm a rape victim or like abuse victim because I'm okay. Like I'm able to enjoy it and I'm able to like have healthy relationships. But she just got to me when she said I have complex trauma, and it brought up all of this shit. And there's a part wondering like, so what are the consequences? Well, what damage did it actually do here? We don't see it. Where is it?
Sense of worthlessness.
Hmm?
Sense of worthlessness.
Can you explain?
And their powerlessness and hopelessness. When the boundary was violated so fiercely with getting raped, there was a part that was severely emotionally damaged on the one side. On the other side, there was another part that got into a relationship with a guy. So I imagine that the part that was hurt so deeply by the sexual abuse might hold beliefs that, okay, so this is what I'm worth. A partner that is sexually abused me, even though I have been raped, I'm somehow engaging in a loving relationship with him. Is that my worth?
No, it feels like more of a not being able to make sense of it and just not accepting like what he did at face value and just kind of being like he said, that he blacked out and he didn't mean it and he liked me and that he noticed me right away and I just wanted it, like I wanted to be loved, and I just took his excuse and I was like, okay, understandable. this person trying to see me, like talking to me, getting curious. And it took my system a long time to understand like what really happened, like how severe it was and the gravity of it. But yeah, giving someone access to me after doing something like this because I wanted to be loved, and he gave me the feeling that that's what's happening there. It got to a point where I wanted, I just, I want to know so badly that even if a stranger on the street will come up to me and say, "Hey, I love you. Let's be together. Like, let's have sex right now." I'd be like, "Yes, okay." That happened to me with someone that I knew. Like, I just knew who he was, and I was walking down the street, and he was walking too, and then he just came up to me, and he was like, "Yo, Rachel, I love you. I want to be with you. Like, let's be boyfriend girlfriend." And I was so stoked. I was like, "Okay, yes." And then we went like under this building, and we just had sex. And then, like, as we were walking away from there, he told me, "If you tell anyone about this, I'm gonna kill your family and burn your house." And then he literally just walked away from me. And it's just sad because, lol, like, how naive, and how, like, one party is like saying, "How naive, what are you, stupid?" And another party is like just deeply, deeply feeling she just wanted love. I just can't believe that all this shit happened to me. Like, I literally am good. All I wanted was love, and I did nothing wrong. And well, along the way, I developed the belief that, like, people can just love me. They need to, like, love having sex with me, and then they will see me, and then they will maybe love me because they will be like, "Oh, okay, there's more here." And that's devastating. So yes, today I'm confident and I know my worth and blah blah blah, but like, there's still someone there that doesn't believe it. And the real catch 22 is that all of these acts and, like, through unbelieving that belief just reduces my self-worth in my eyes on myself. And then there's a voice saying, "You still didn't deserve all the abuse." And it was like constantly, and I was like living in a good area, and I had a good family, I wasn't like in the ghetto, I was in a very good area. It's just like my story. That's the story.
An incredibly tragic story.
It's just not fair, and it's not right. And there's nothing I really can do about it now, but so yeah, there's a part of me that wants to expose all of those incidents and just write one big post outlining everything that happened. Like, when I walked here, this happened, and when I walked there, this happened. And then I'm asking, okay, why? So a part says, because people need to understand and people need to know. So maybe those people need to see. And then now a part just said, no, you need to see. Like, you're the one that needs to see. Now there's a part that's like mad that this is coming up now because I mean it's in the past. We've been through this, like we're over it. What's the point?
Mm. My heart really goes out to that little girl, but all she wanted is to be loved. That's it. Love isn't accepted. Then time after time after time, her soul was crushed. As a child, and then as a teenager and as an adult, naively hoping that through sexuality she could be loved, believing those people.
It really saddens me because in my environment it was kind of encouraged. Like there are other women there. I had a friend that was raped really badly, and let's call her Gilly for the sake of. And Gilly was really badly abused a few times, and she was very promiscuous. Like she would just go and have sex every day with a different guy.
Yeah, hypersexualizing.
Yeah, and she was also the girlfriend of the guy that raped me, and she was just a mess. Like she was hitting the bong, she was doing drugs, she was doing LSD. Like she was just a mess. So what I'm trying to say is that in my environment, because I was in a friend group, it kind of normalized it for me. You know, she was older than me, and she was really hot, and like I I don't know if to say if I admired her, but I was like maybe I don't know. She looked like a woman, you know? Yeah. So it was really encouraged and normalized.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking about her, and I'm thinking about chain of like actions and reactions in
Mm-hmm.
the world
Mm-hmm.
from this. And I remember that at some point I told her about the job with the guy that I told her, yes, there's a job. It's in events. You're basically a waitress, and the only bad thing about the job is that the boss there will try to get sexual with you and will just send you up to get like a beverage from the warehouse, and then he will meet you up there and just start to grind on you. She took the job and she had sex with him.
And what comes up in you remembering that?
Just how fucked up this period was in my life. Like I feel sorry for her. And I remember she had like a folder at school, and she painted on it, and there was like a grave, and she wrote like "rip," and then she wrote, and it was too much for her heart to handle. It's giving me goosebumps. It's just very sad.
Yes.
There's so much more like just helplessness, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
you guys do what you want. Like you just I just think that every woman that is hypersexual or every woman that is judged for it is you have fucking no idea what's going on there. Like it
Yeah. There's always a reason for those kind of patterns.
yes, and at a certain age and stage, we're not as susceptible to therapy and working on it as we are, like, after age of 20, 25, 30. So it's very, like, sad.
Mhm.
And
That's
then,
true.
and then you grow up and you start to understand and you start to comprehend what it means, and that it means trauma, and it lowers your self-worth.
Hmm.
You ate shit and you did things because you just wanted love, and that was what you knew how to do back then, and now you're like stained, like filthy or jaded or whatever. Like you're not up to par with those girls that, I don't know, grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth and just had like two guys that they had sex with. Now you're damaged goods, and that is really bad for confidence and self-worth.
Hmm.
1000%.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I get this perspective. At the same time, there is a this certain beauty in watching somebody go through those things and then coming out of the other side into getting those hells that happened. Just from my perspective. Well, I also imagine that if you would have seen this woman that had been through so much hell and came out of the other side, I'm assuming that you would also admire that.
Yeah. And I admire it.
So you're a
I
unicorn as well.
uh
So you're a unicorn as well. And I bet there are a lot of other unicorns out there. There is a saying that women who are promiscuous will have a harder time getting intimate with a guy. Then I could say that women that have been through that phase and gone to the other side really value love, maybe more than women who haven't gone through that hell before.
where is where is it then? Like this girl still wants love, like in
Yes.
the purest of ways.
Hmm.
I'm tired of carrying myself like that already.
And I totally understand how hard it is to carry all that pain and heartbreak and this insatiable desire to be loved, especially when it is from people that are clearly not compatible from certain parts perspective. At the same time, you are doing the work, you are connecting with the pain and its layers. And I totally get the part that says, okay, where are the fruits? I want them now.
I think there's a belief under. It's there's a part not letting me say those words, but I think there's a belief there that says I'm unlovable.
Yeah.
Like no one can really love me,
Yes.
not even my mom.
Hmm.
And then on it, I'm not good enough. No one chooses me.
Hmm.
I'm damaged. This doesn't end well for me.
Sounds like a deep layer of that doom. Yeah, I know this feeling of a child that only wants to be loved, mom, and by dad. And the mom that you have was very traumatic for the child. Also the father at the same time. With what happened with your mother, of course the child will perceive itself to be unlovable. That's the only explanation that the child could come up with to make sense of what happens.
And then I get raped, and then he says he loves me. And there goes the loop of abusing partners.
Yes.
But they love me.
Anything for love.
But now it's not like this anymore. Now I'm not gonna take anyone's love or confuse anyone's attachment to love.
In contrast to your younger years, now there was this guy where there were positive traits to him. At the same time, you were able to see he did meet some needs of your parts. At the same time, you can see how that loop is breaking them big time.
And I'm proud of myself.
Exactly. Your system is stepping more into the place of being the selector rather than helplessly looking to be selected,
Yeah.
which is a testament to more sense of worthiness in your system. Manifestation of the shift. And after being in this journey with him, it mirrored back to you. There were sides of you that know what they want and will not settle for less.
Yeah.
And then the hungry girl will come up and she will have that pattern. At the same time, other parts that do have a sense of worth are getting stronger and stronger in the system. And it rubs off on that girl.
Yeah. I think she feels safe, which is big.
It's huge.
At least she feels safe.
Hmm. Knowing that you have parts that protect her and know how to say no and take a stand for her. And of course, it's a work in progress. At the same time, to me, the progress is very clear.
Yes.
And